All right, we are about ready to roll. Let me take the sponsor off of here, and we are good. All right, well, I'm a little bit early tonight, but time is, right about 9:20 p.m., Monday, September the 30th, 2024, and this is Weather After Dark. What's Weather After Dark? Well, I try to explain this every single time, and the main reason why I have to go and have to tell people what it is because I don't have a lot of people that watch this. I mean, I get it. People have lives and they got things they're doing. They've got ticks they're talking and Twitters and watching Netflix or whatnot. They're just doing various things. I get it, but so Weather After Dark is just a name that I came up with. Cameron and I came up with a while back, and it's basically just a cool name. And it gives you an opportunity to ask me what questions you want to ask. It gives you an opportunity to talk about just whatever's going on. This isn't necessarily all weather. We'll talk some weather, but this isn't weather. The weatherman talks to you about most anything but weather. But I mean, I will talk about some weather, but that's not the purpose of Weather After Dark. Weather After Dark is for you to get to know me on a personal level and for me to get to know you on a personal level. So that's the reason why I do it. So, and I don't do it all the time. I don't do it every night. Just kind of some random. I need to get more consistent with it. That's the main thing I need to do is get more consistent. What's up, Carrie? Glad you're joining us here tonight. So, so this is the last night in September. Tomorrow is the first day in October. In general, my favorite 2 months of the year are October and November. It's because we usually start getting good weather in October, and we got the holiday season that gets started in November. Because I consider the holiday season, well, I really consider it Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. But you could probably also throw Halloween in that too because in my opinion, the Halloween kind of kicks it all off. Even though it's not, Halloween is more of a season. It's not really a holiday. Well, I'm glad you could catch it too, Clay G. Glad you could catch it too. But it's really not Halloween is really more of a season and just kind of a fun thing to do. Halloween to me is just fun. That's just all there is to it. I love watching. I don't think so. Let me look at my calendar. I don't think there's 31 days in September. I could be wrong. Nope, tomorrow's October 1st. Now there's 31 days in October. There's 30 days in November, 31 in December. So, hey, what's up, Corey? And and I also like the weather usually starts getting better. To me, October usually has good weather, but it's one of those months where it can be hot or it can be cold. And this is kind of the start of the secondary fall severe weather season. Usually, kind of gets underway in October. This year we're in this, and I absolutely despise La Nina. Here's why I hate La Nina so much, and we're in La Nina weather pattern now. Is because it brings with it dull weather patterns for us. Usually fall, we don't have much of a fall season with La Nina. It's usually hot and then turns cold. And we have it's dry. We don't have big weather systems. You get into the winter season and it's usually dry and mild, and then you wind up with of some cold outbreaks, and occasionally you can get some minor little winter weather events. So I don't like La Nina because La Nina brings with it warm, dry weather. And it makes my job hard because it's boring. So you got to find ways to keep your weather going here. So makes it difficult. So I don't like La Nina, and that's where we're at. We will not get tons of snow this year, Clay G. But the thing about it is, and it's really unfair of me to say that because there really is no way to know if you're going to get tons of snow. All it takes is one weather system to come through, and then bam, you get tons of snow, and then all of a sudden you can go the whole winter without seeing a drop of snow, a snowflake, a sleet pellet, or anything, and then bam, you get one, and then there you go. So, but yet fall is my favorite too. I think I love spring too. Spring and fall have their different things. Spring is everything is coming back to life, and I love early to mid-spring. I do not like late spring. Early to mid-spring is really nice. I love fall because everything, we're getting away from our hot. Let's just face it. If you live in this part of the country, you suffer in the summertime here. That's just all there is to it. I mean, there might be a couple of early summer's okay, but after you get beyond like the middle of June, it just gets awful. And you get July, August, and you can probably even lump September in with that too. It gets just hot, and after a while, you're just ready for it to cool off. So October can be a great month. A lot of times there's fun stuff to watch. I'm a big fan of scary movies. I love scary movies. I like haunted houses. I like to go to them. I don't get to go to them as much as I used to, but I like the haunted houses. I enjoy, like I say, Halloween type scary movies. My favorite scary movie, Halloween time. I love my all-time favorite scary movies. Probably Night of the Living Dead. Probably. My favorite one is probably the black and white version. I remember the first time I watched it, and it absolutely creeped me out. And I didn't even know that I could. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to be able to finish watching it. So, my favorite all-time scary movie, Night of the Living Dead, black and white version. And then I'd say second behind that would be probably I'm having a brain fart. I'm sorry. The Conjuring series. I like the Conjuring movies. I like anything that kind of gives you a little bit of a scare there, kind of a little bit of a, I like the ghost kind of movies. Those Netflix has had a couple that were really good, especially The Haunting of Hill House was a great one. Fantastic. That's probably number 3 for me. Growing up, I was scared to death of Freddy Krueger and Jason and all that, and Michael Myers. Now, you actually look back on the Night of the Living Dead, and it was, to me, actually Nightmare on Elm Street. Actually, it's kind of funny, kind of humorous. And I see where they're making a series about that now too. That'll be fun. I'm watching one on Netflix right now called Monsters. It's not a scary one. It's about the Menendez brothers, and it's by Ryan Murphy. He's the same guy who does American Horror Story, which to me, American Horror Story has gotten too weird. I can't watch it anymore. And then he also did Monsters about the Jeffrey Dahmer with Evan Peters playing Jeffrey Dahmer. That was a fantastic series there. So this is kind of the sequel to that, but this one's the Menendez brothers, so I'm excited about. I've only watched one episode of it. It was great. I'm ready to watch the rest of them. Apparently, I think they're having a live event. Netflix is having a live event next Monday with the Menendez brothers, who are telling their side of the story. I think it's for one night only, though, I think. So, what's up, Eric? Hope you enjoyed that concert last night. Hope y'all had fun up there in Warwick. We need to get together soon, dude. What are you doing these days? Are you where are you living at? I know you've been working a lot. Glad you made it back safely from the Hurricane Helene, but boy, I'll tell you what, man. That's probably, I would say that Helene is probably similar to what happened with Katrina in New Orleans. This is an apocalyptic kind of event. I mean, there are literally towns that have been washed away over there in North Carolina and eastern Tennessee. Small communities that are completely gone. Asheville, North Carolina is a big city. And you can only access, from what I understand, you can only access North Carolina via a helicopter. All the roads into and out of it are washed out. I'm hearing there's no food, there's no water, there's no electricity. So it's a disaster over there in that part of the world. Very, very sad, very tragic to see what happened with that. Of course, people are jumping the gun, saying climate change, and no, climate change didn't lead to that. That is just a freak weather event that led to that. You had a big area of low pressure that was pulling up tropical moisture, and you had a lot of rain falling over there prior to Helene even coming in. You already had all this rain falling. It was tropical moisture coming up thanks to this big area of low pressure part to the west there. And then you had a lot of rain from that. Then you had Helene come in on top of that and all the moisture with that, and that's what, it just a lot of rain at one time. So story was after the mountains. Story was after the mountains. Landfall was not bad, mainly because the two prior. Yeah, that's when washed away a lot of stuff over there in the Big Bend. So yeah, this was not there's a lot of the alarmists out there are going to say climate change, and there's always a argument on both sides of the level for climate change and whatnot, but not every weather event that we have that comes along is because of climate change. We've always had hurricanes. We've always had floods. We've always had these things. So it's not the, it's not, I don't classify this because it's just the weather pattern that favored it. So that's why I'm saying, and I'm not saying I don't believe in climate change. I'm just saying that I don't think that this was something. Climate change is more of something I think impacts more the Arctic regions than it does anywhere else. You have seen the lessening of the polar ice caps. There's some of these these glaciers that have been around for centuries. They're melting and going away. So there are some aspects to warming conditions. So yeah, see, I mean that's right. Eric says a hurricane in the early 1900s did the same thing in the Appalachian, and so I mean if you look, weather repeats itself. I mean, back in 1979, Wichita Falls was smashed by a big tornado. And it hadn't happened, but it could happen again, and it will happen again. So, it can happen again. Weather patterns just repeat themselves. So that's just what happens. So, but anyway, we were talking about Halloween and October, and glad it's October. So hope you guys had a great weekend. What was my weekend? My weekend was watching football. Yeah, Deadliest Hurricane was in 1901 in Galveston. That was a bad one. Of course, back then they didn't have any warning really, or not much warning then. So I mean, it was hard to prepare for something like that back in the early 1900s. Of course, today you have every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there on the internet posting stuff weeks in advance. Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. So, by the way, I thought the Hurricane Center did a really good job with this hurricane. They really did a good job in pinpointing the track and did a really good job with it. Yeah, I watched Cape, Eric, this past week. I watched him he was on ESPN Plus, sorry. And I watched him on TV. I didn't go to the game. I wanted to watch him on ESPN. It was just something I wanted to do. So I stayed at home and watched him on the big TV, and it was great to see him. He played really very, very, very well. Played very well, very good. They didn't win, but he played good. So Cam has actually decorated his place. He really. Where is Cameron at? My phone is down, so I don't really have a way to really do much in the way of texting or anything like that. I can get phone calls, but I can't give them. So I mean, I can't give phone calls. I can only get them. I don't have any away from Wi-Fi. I don't have any data. So people are asking about you. I'm texting Camera now. I can text on Wi-Fi. So I don't know how to send you a link on this particular platform here, Eric. I'd love to, but I don't really know how to. This is a restream. I think there's a way to do it, but I'm not sure how to do it here on RTMP pull links. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it on here just yet. I gotta figure that out. We're supposedly getting something next month called Max Velocity that's going to be a lot better, and I can easily just send you a link and we can jump on, we can talk. So, but like I said, if I went at the station, and you can bring people in here on a Restream. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. It's a way to do it, but I just haven't figured it out. So, but anyway, but yeah, I'd love to bring you in, talk to you. You got lots to talk about, man. You've been crazy with all the hurricanes, and Eric Fox says not only does he do the hurricanes, but he's also at all these political rallies and stuff across the country. So yeah, Eric's an interesting guy. He's got lots to talk about. So yeah, rest in peace, Chris Christopherson. Been in some deaths this past week in the celebrity world. Today, Pete Rose passes away at 83. By the way, I feel like they should have let him in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. I think it's stupid that they won't. Then hopefully they will, but they haven't yet, but hopefully they will. So and then Drake Hogestyn. I don't know if you I know when I was growing up watching, I had to watch soap operas because my mom was always watching them, and I was a kid and just growing up. So the guy that played John Black on Days of Our Lives, he passed away from cancer. One of that lady from um, I guess that lady from what was it, Harry Potter? Maybe she died too. There's been quite a few that's passed away this weekend. So it looks like Cameron has put up his Halloween decorations, and it looks like Cameron has a skeleton with Santa Claus. See that right there, Cameron? Why have you got? Why in the world have you got a skeleton eating dinner, and it looks like he's eating Santa Claus? Look at that. Cameron's eating Santa Claus. I mean, Cameron's little skeleton's eating Santa Claus. That's crazy, man. What's up with that? Ooh, here's a nice, scary one. You know what I really want to do though is, and some of y'all out there may have maybe y'all have access to it, but I want to go on a real ghost hunt. I want to go to a real haunted place with people who know what they're doing, and go and do a real ghost hunt. Just to have fun. I mean, I just think it'd be a lot of fun to do it. So Lori says, you say there's spider webs. It looks like Santa Claus, Cameron. Don't look like spider webs to me. It looks like Santa Claus. Now, I know you love Christmas, and hey, if that's what you want to do, that's actually kind of like the Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually like it. Good thing, good idea, actually. So Lori says she's going on a cruise to Mexico and Honduras starting Sunday. How is that area looking as far as a TD and hurricane? I really haven't looked, but I know there's a lot of unsettled weather down in that area, so I'd have to look to see. But some unsettled weather down that way. Could be pretty wet. No, man, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't poop my pants. No. It'd be fun to do, though, I think. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, I'd like to have I do want to do that, but I mean, I would like to go to a real place with someone who has the equipment, kind of like Zach Bagans on Ghost Adventures. I'd be Zach Bagans, and then Cameron would be his little buddy that always running around going, "Oh, what was that?" If you ever watched that show. So I think that would be fun to do. I think you got to have like maybe cameras and. Well, man, I want to get with him. If he's got a place to go, I want to get with him and do it live. Do some live stuff and just have some fun with it. I think it'd be fun to do it. I think it'd be fun to do. A lot of storm chasers are into that stuff. I guess it's just I guess we're always looking for adrenaline, and I guess you're adrenaline seekers and whatnot. So, yeah, you'll be Aaron, and I'll be Zach. I'll be the one that goes around talking. Was it the ghost of so-and-so? Was it the ghost? And you'll be the one going, "Oh, did you feel that?" Yeah, I think it'd be fun, Suzanne. So that's what I want to do. I want somebody to hook me up. We'll do it like on a Friday or a Saturday night. It has to be night. I had somebody the other day that said they'd take me to a cemetery, but that to me, that's just, I don't want to go to a cemetery in the middle of the night. I want to go to a haunted house. I thought about trying to one day go down to that place. I think it's in Mineral Wells, not the hotel that's there. I hear it's haunted too, but I want to go to that. There's a house down there that's super haunted, supposedly, and I'd like to go and stay down there for the night. See if I could do it. So, but I don't know that. I mean, I'm just somewhere local is all I want really. So it'd be fun to do. I just think it'd be fun to do. That's all. I mean, it's just be fun. It's not a. It's just something just fun to do. But anyway, I love October, and then we get to Thanksgiving into November, and Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday the entire year. And if you don't know why, I love Thanksgiving because we went to a haunted house. That was like a haunted house. That wasn't it wasn't like a real haunted house. It was one they picked it up. They would pick it was just like decorations. It really wasn't very good. It was actually really lame, honestly. It wasn't very good at all. So, that'd be fun to go to the Chainsaw Massacre type thing. That would be fun. Actually, Cape's coming home this weekend. They have a buy up there this weekend, so they're coming home this weekend. So He wanted me to go eat dinner with him, so maybe Eric, maybe if you ain't got nothing to do, you'll probably be football this weekend. So. Oh, allergies are. Oh, my allergies are horrible right now too, Crystal. Horrible, and it's the ragweed. So that's what we're dealing with right now. Ragweed. Oh, who are you doing this weekend? D1 game. Who are you doing? Eric's an official, and he refs college football. He used to do high school. I don't know if he's still doing high school or not, but he does college football. So he's got a D1 game this weekend. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I watched a lot of football this past weekend. It was great. Okay, it was great. It was that Alabama and Georgia game on a Saturday night. One of the best college football games I've ever seen. I've seen some good ones. That was a good one though. 28-0. I wasn't even watching it anymore. I'd quit watching, and I got I guess a message from ESPN, my ESPN app, and it said, "Oh, Georgia coming back." So I turned it on, and man, sure enough, they went ahead and they were up, and then Alabama comes back, and then they throw the interception, and then Alabama wins. So yeah, I really like their quarterback, Milroe. He seems like a good kid. I like him. Very mature. Then, of course, I watched some NFL yesterday. My Saints lost. Didn't even give up a touchdown. The offense, the defense didn't even give up a touchdown. The offense threw an interception, pick six, and then the punt returner did a boneheaded play, and he tried to field a punt inside the 1 yard line. And he fumbled it and it went in the end zone. They recovered for a touchdown. So. Yeah, well, they're still pretty good, Cameron, but they're of course everybody's hurt. Their whole team is about hurt now, so they ain't gonna. They got the Chiefs next Monday night, which they'll probably lose that, and then they got the Buccaneers the following week, which I think they'll lose that too. So, but at least we ain't the Cowboys. The Cowboys are bad. I mean, they are bad. That wasn't a pick, by the way. I was just scratching my nose. I know, like I was picking my nose, but I was scratching my nose. So I was at the casino in Tunica, and everyone in there went crazy over the Bama. It was fun. It was a good game. You know, I had been to Tunica in a long, long time. Yeah, I wonder where Devontae Allen. He's 32 years. He's kind of getting old, but he's still got some left in the tank. But I mean, if I'm a team, I'm not giving up a whole lot for him. I'm not giving up a first rounder for sure. I mean, he's too old for that. But I mean, I would give up like a third maybe for him, maybe a third or a fourth. Probably. Because KC, well, KC needs somebody. They'll go to KC and he'll win them a Super Bowl. So, yeah, that's where I'd go if I were him. Of course, it's not up to him. It's who wants to trade. Yeah, but that would be an ideal fit for Devontae Adams to go to KC. KC, even with no receivers, and they're hurt, they're banged up. Even with all of that, they're still going to be a contender because of Patrick Mahomes. So we got the newscast coming on. I'll jump off here in a few minutes. We got a few more minutes to talk about nothing. That's what we're basically talking about. Just talking about nothing. But I am glad that Cameron is here. Yeah, I'd like for you to come up and do Weather After Dark with me. Like I say, whenever I put my title in here or whatever, I always say sometimes Cameron, because sometimes Cameron is here. Sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's here. Maybe if I can figure out how to get to bring a guest in on this, then I could just bring Eric and Cameron in. You can stay at your house, and we can do it that way. I'd have to figure out how to do it, though. I know there's a way to do it. I just got to figure it out, that's all. Yeah, we can. It was that tie is usually not a see-through tie. I don't know what happened with it, because maybe the lighting or something changed. That tie is usually fine. It's a turquoise tie. It's not lime green, so it shouldn't have gone being see-through for sure. But I mean it's possible. I'm not saying it didn't, but it shouldn't have been. Yeah, we used to have fun doing them on TikTok, but I don't. TikTok makes me mad because I'll be on there and I'll be doing it and there'll be 2 people watching me. It'll start off with like 300 and then just like that it'll go to like 2. Plus, they ban you easy. I mean, you can do nothing at all and they'll ban you. That's why I don't like TikTok. No, I'm not going to crunch with you tonight. I need to go to the gym. I'm not saying I don't, but I do. I need to go. Definitely need to go, but I'm not going tonight. So it looks like right now I've got a total of 13 plus 3. I've got 16 people watching me on here. You see, that's another thing too. You know, Cameron and I, when Cameron's here, we really do have fun. We really do joke around and have some fun. But we need to do more than just talk. We need to actually start doing stuff so we can get people to watch us, because we ain't got anybody watching. So, but anyway, I really don't have much else left to talk about much. I mean, I've got lots to say. You know, I can talk to a wall. You know, I could tell you about, you know, this past week, this weekend, my stepdaughter was in town from Tennessee. So she was here, my wife's daughter, and we went to, Saturday night we went to Volcano and ate all-you-can-eat sushi, and boy, it was good. I ate a bunch. Man, I ate so much. And then last night I fixed, all right, so when I was in Italy a few weeks ago, we bought a lot of different pastas to cook and some seasoning and the authentic good stuff. And last night we had a little bit of a taste of Italy. And I cooked all the pastas, and I made a red sauce from scratch, and it was so good. And I made a Alfredo sauce from scratch. I'll figure it out, and I'll get you in on it, Eric. We'll have fun. So yeah, it's pretty good. Alfredo sauce is pretty good. I made bread pudding, but to me the bread pudding wasn't that good. It needed more custard. I didn't put enough custard in it, and I didn't make enough of my bourbon sauce. So it could have been better. I'll do better next time. But it was still eatable, but it just wasn't that great. To me, it wasn't great. So my dogs are doing good, Suzanne. They're doing good. They're sweet. They're very sweet, and I love them. I love them very much. My Lucky is very good. My Lucky is very sweet. So, all right. So I gotta jump. I gotta. What is a good word here to put? I got a jet, so I got to go and get. Which one was that? Was all up on you? It must have been Scarlet. Thank you. I appreciate Kira. They're very sweet. Must have been Scarlet that was up on you, I think. So. But anyway, all right. I got to get dressed for the newscast. I'm going to jump off here. Watch for weather after dark last night. Oh yeah. It was Ginger. She's real sweet. So watch for us tomorrow night. I'm gonna try to figure a way to get Eric Fox on here with me too. He's always got something to say. So, but anyway, all right, guys. Peace out.